Hello, everybody. Welcome to our stream. We are in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm with Bananiac, Tino, and we just got back from the final day at Natural Products Expo East. And the expo goes on twice a year. There's one on the East Coast, which is here in Baltimore. And then in March, there's one in Anaheim, which is on the West Coast. So, these things are for companies that have new products out and they're the biggest of their kind. People come here from all over the world and see what kind of new products are out there. We always go, I've been going, this is my 7th year in a row. I've been coming here for the vegan products. And these are huge. This one is a little bit smaller than the Expo West, which
I've never been to. I wish.
you were kind of like your mind was blown that anything could be bigger than this.
Yeah.
And that's how I was the first one I went to as well.
Like, guys, there was multiple floors, and like within each floor, like even if it was just that one floor, like it was enough. Then I'm like, what? There's another floor and another and another.
Yeah, and it's like three
crazy.
times bigger over in Anaheim Expo West. How's everyone doing? So we get to bring products home with us and test them, try them out, and I know a lot of people that own some of these companies, so they send us home with a lot of product. So I have more than enough here, and he also has.
It's crazy.
So we get to bring these things home, and I'm just gonna basically maybe I'll have a get together, cookout, and give away a lot of this stuff to friends and family and stuff like that. But I want to show you guys some of the new products and some products that maybe aren't new, but are some of the top vegan products out there. So we're in a hotel right now, so there's like 2 beds full of stuff. We had to do multiple trips, but luckily this year my hotel was right across the street. I lucked out on that one. It was like the last minute. I went on the hotel app and I'm like, oh my God, there's one right there.
It's cool. It's so close.
Yeah.
It's like right
So
across. The street.
usually, like last year, I'd have to walk a mile to the hotel, walk a mile back, and it really sucked. So anyway, without further ado, let's show you guys some of the stuff. Okay, so let's turn this around over here. Okay, so let's start over here. You guys have all seen Miyoko's products. So we got Miyoko's cheeses. I think I got one of everything she has. The mozzarella, which is always one of my favorites. Put on pizza, pizza rolls, lasagna, whatever. You could just have it like that too. Miyoko's butter. Miyoko's butter, if you haven't tried it, you really need to try this stuff. It's super good. Can you guys all hear me okay as well? Miyoko's butter is also in Trader Joe's now. She does not use any kind of palm oil or anything. And this is good until 2019, so perfect for the zombie apocalypse. Anyway, we have some Follow Your Heart smoked Gouda, really good. Some more Miyoko's cheeses. You can see I got some No Evil apparel. These guys are from Asheville, North Carolina, and they make vegan meats. We got Hippies. If you guys haven't heard of these are kind of like a vegan white cheddar cheese puff. They're a nice little snack, and I think
I love them.
They're your favorite, right?
They're so good, man. Like anytime I'm on the go and I see them, I'll have like a bag. Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, and we really got filled up with like, look at this. This is me, guys. That's how I got in. Vegan caviar. I've not had this before,
I haven't
but
even seen you picking that up.
but yeah, I got that.
That's interesting.
That's my camera bag. There's a bunch of Hippies. We have a Mama Chia. We get some water. I'm really excited about this water, really, because this water right here, the Sea Force, is owned by Chuck Norris, and he owns a natural spring right on his ranch. So Chuck Norris. So we met Chuck Norris's nephew today, so that was pretty cool. Some No Evil coupons. What's in here? Oh, we got some more Miyokos. Let's go back over here. Let's see. Elmhurst. I said I would tell the story a little bit more. So Elmhurst is a company that used to be a dairy company. They used to make dairy. They had a change of heart and they shifted the entire company. It's been owned for what, over 100 years or so?
Yeah, I think
almost.
In the 20s they said.
Yeah, so almost 100 years. And anyway, they so all of their products now are completely vegan, and this is their protein, their simple ingredients, and it's from peanuts. And there you go, Elmhurst chocolate protein. I heart quinoa. You've probably seen this before on my channel, one of my unboxing videos. Koya. This stuff is super good. It's, you know, if you don't want to make a smoothie in the morning, just pick up one of these. And this is the chocolate banana. So my favorite two out of, like, I think they have like 6 or 7 different flavors. This right here is a brand new one, and I really love it. And then their vanilla is really good, and I think Tino has a couple of those over in that bag over there.
Strawberry cream was really good too.
You like the strawberry cream?
Yeah,
okay.
That was really good.
All right. And then Dr. Bronner's, they have a lot of cool things. They have some toothpaste and soap and all kinds. You guys probably are familiar with Dr. Bronner's. No evil foods. So back over here. They make these vegan meats. And one of the owners is from where I lived in Syracuse. So that was pretty cool. I know Wegmans carries this, so they have all. And I really love their packaging too. This is the no chicken. This is the no pulled pork barbecue. We have the Italian sausage, and this always reminds me of a box of toothpaste, but it's chorizo. I really love their containers, their packaging. Rule Breaker. I showed you guys these at Expo West. They were one of my favorite new products. But they have the chocolate chip chunk blondie. Chocolate chunk blondie. Chunk. Reminds me of Goonies. Chunk. Tino, any... Tino's on the questions, guys, so if you ask the questions...
That's why I'm looking on my phone constantly. But their birthday cake was good.
The birthday cake was your fave, yeah.
Yeah, I tried the chocolate chip, and it was good. But I'm not a big fan of chocolate chip.
I'm a fan of chocolate. That would be one of my favorites right here. Their new almond butter. They also have cashew butter, but they're gone right now. And this is my favorite of their chocolate hazelnut blend. Enjoy Life has, I just did a video with these guys using their stuff to make the s'mores. There's the Koya. An eco-friendly straw. This is a steel straw. You can carry it with you. You can take it apart and clean it. It's eco-friendly, as I just said. And this is by Clean Canteen. So they make the straws. They make these canteens, which the guy showed me. And these are really cool. Let me see if I can remember what this is about. So why don't you show me real quick. Okay. You guys all see me all right? Okay. Okay, so this thing, perfect for the zombie apocalypse or for just hiking or, you know, going to work with it. But anyway, they own like exclusive rights to it. So they're the only ones that make this the way that they made it. So this is this can be like a thermos cup, and then you can kind of like open it like halfway, and it'll all pour out, but the top won't come out. It'll just kind of like drip out like that perfectly. And if you take it all the way out, you can see that this is their patent thing. They have these little balls in there, and there's like a pressure vacuum something, and it's not a vacuum cleaner, but it's a vacuum at the bottom. Like there's a glass.
Like a seal.
Yeah, and it'll keep it either hot or cold for you. And for me, I think that's perfect for any zombie apocalypse or for hiking or camping or whatnot.
But most importantly, zombie apocalypse.
Right. Clean Canteen. All right. Hope you guys liked my little demonstration there. So tofu burgers. Okay, so Hodo soy is by far my favorite tofu, and they have like Yuba. You want to go grab my favorite over there? They even packaged up some extra tofu for me that was for a sample, but my favorite one, they didn't have any extra. But this stuff right here, so good. It's a curry tofu, and basically, well, not basically, anyway, if you guys have been to Chipotle and you've ordered a sofrita, this is the tofu they use, Hodo soy tofu. So you've likely had this before if you went and had a sofrita. So really good tofu. What else do we have? Unreal. We have these Unreal socks. But that's really not the main thing. Unreal has these really good vegan peanut butter cups, dark chocolate almond butter cups, and peanut butter cups, crispy ones. And they also have another one, but I think that they said their samples kind of melted on the way over here. But I'm happy that it says vegan right there. And they have an Unreal taste and stuff like that. So, Unreal. Good catch. So my buddy Chad Sarno from Wicked Healthy is part of Good Catch. And this is it's a vegan seafood. Now I know there's a lot of different seafoods. This one is really, really, I mean, you tasted it today and it's not too fishy.
No, there's other vegan fish products out there, but they're a little too fishy for me. I think what they're making, it's like subtle, you know? I think it was good. What do we have? We had the crab cakes. We had the there's a spicy like vegan tuna, I think.
Yeah, we had. It's not on the market yet. It won't be out until November or December of this year. But if you guys like seafood, definitely be on the lookout for Good Catch. They did send us home with a bunch of the stuff that they were making. We have we have stuff to make dinner. Where's the other bag? Where's that one bag with all the stuff? Here it is, right here.
In here.
So they sent us with like the noodles to make it, and the tomatoes, and there's I think
You're
it's
looking for the crab cakes.
Yeah, we have crab cakes and fish burger stuff to make. So this is what you will likely be getting when it comes out in stores. But this is just like the meat for it, and you can just put it on a skillet and cook it up. They also have tuna, which I never liked tuna, but this is made from all beans and stuff. It's really, really, really good. So I wouldn't steer you guys wrong. This is a vegan pilaf that I found by 24 Mantra Organic. And I just rudely got a call. Had to deny it. Michelle's granola. So I've been eating this granola for... Well, I don't eat it regularly, but this is my favorite granola. I found out about them a couple years ago when I saw one of the owners or employees in Strong Hearts Cafe, and it was pizza night. Friday nights, it's pizza night at Strong Hearts, and he was by himself, and we had a couple pizzas, and he had one, and we traded a slice for a slice, and we became friends, and he told me about this, and it's my favorite granola, and this is their new flavor, the almond butter. So if you see that, pick it up, try it out. And if you like granola, this is some of the best out there. Some more Hodo soy. Put that over there. This is the new shirt logo for No Evil. Some more Hodo soy. What is it? Oh, you guys get back over there. You stay. Stay.
It's too much Hodo soy.
Schmitz. Schmitz is by far, for me, the best deodorant that I've tried, the best vegan deodorant that is natural, and it actually works. I've tried so many different deodorants, and they just don't work. Schmitz works for me. So there's different kinds. There's a charcoal one, and this is just two of them right there. Upton's, you guys have probably seen Upton's. This is their Pad CU. Schmitz gave you a rash. Have you tried different? Because I know some of them are softer than the others, more sensitive skin. But that's the only one that's worked for me. Oatly. Oatly is my favorite vegan milk right now, and it's some of the best kind as far as health-wise goes. It doesn't have any oil in it, and unfortunately, a lot of milks do have oil in it. I don't know why. See over here, we have more Oatly. Anyway, that's probably not going to stay cold. Tino lives local, so he's going to be taking a lot of the stuff home with him for his family. Field roast. Let's talk a little bit about field roast. We have some of their frankfurters, some of their cutlets, some of their slices, and over here we have cases of the corn dogs, cases of sausages, and a couple roasts. So who wants to come to Thanksgiving to my house? Vegan Thanksgiving. We're doing it with Indy the pup. What else do we have? This Italian cheese, mozzarella. I got corrected when I said it. And mozzarella. They also have an ice cream. I couldn't bring it here with me, but their ice cream is delicious. It is sugar-free, and it doesn't taste like it's sugar-free, but it is. So I'm excited about that. Beyond Labs has this organic greens detox. So there's that. Some more smoked Gouda from Earth Island. This is Follow Your Heart. And then we got this cheesecake from Tofurkey, the last one that they had. So, Forager yogurt. So here's some more. Now, you guys know probably. Does anybody know how much capers cost? They're pretty expensive. Look how much capers they gave us at Good Catch. They couldn't take the stuff home with them, so they just gave it all to us. And we happily obliged. So, any questions here that I missed?
There's
Let's see.
a couple. Let's see. So, Empathy Ava, I guess they were wondering if you're still doing no salt, no oil.
I'm not doing no salt. I stopped doing the no salt after I realized that wasn't really my problem. My blood pressure has always been perfect, and
Right.
but yes, I'm pretty much staying away from oil, except for if I'm out here trying some of these new products. I want to know whether something's good or not before I tell you guys whether to go out there and try them or not. But I stay away from oil at all costs.
Yeah, we did a whole
Any other time.
podcast. And we talked about like how you brought your cholesterol levels down on a no oil diet, pretty
Yes.
much a whole food plant-based diet, which is awesome. And I know I was talking to you off camera before, but you said like, I mean, besides like this event, you've been eating pretty much no oil, which is awesome.
On a normal day that I'm not out here testing all these new vegan products, I stay away from oil at all costs.
Pretty Sam is asking, how is the Oatly milk? They're interested in buying it.
The Oatly milk is it's really good. The new Oatly milk, I didn't try that because they made it with coffee, so it's more of like a coffee creamy. You tried it though.
I did, but I don't know. They said there's no coffee in it.
No,
they call it mocha. Or are you talking about something else?
No, that's what you tried. You tried the mocha, but it was like a chocolate
Right.
for a latte. That's what it is.
Yeah, it was good. And normally I don't drink chocolate or coffee, but I just had like a little sip of it. I did try the low-fat one, which has like 1 gram per cup, which is insane. Insanely low, that is. But yeah, that was good too. Just reading through these here.
I actually cut coconut oil right out of the diet, and that really helped. I thought coconut oil was a really healthy oil, but it turns out that for me at least, it was definitely a problem for my cholesterol. So when I took that out, my cholesterol dropped back down to a really good cholesterol. And yes, for the question about the Violife, I have tried the Violife Feta, and it's really good.
Were they here?
They were not
Violife?
here. They were not here.
I've never had any other stuff.
They're good. They just gave us a 30-pound block of cheese. You can check out that video where we made grilled cheese. It's Strong Hearts.
I'm surprised Beyond Burgers weren't here. Somebody mentioned Beyond Burger.
They
weren't here in the expo.
No, they weren't there this year. Samantha, that's a good. You could use coconut oil for your hair and skin. That's a good use for it. What up, Vegan Zombie? What up, Eric? My cholesterol, the last I checked, was 142 overall. So really, really went down from it went from 185 to 142. So my LDL went from 130 to 89. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh, somebody wants to see what your shirt says?
What my
Can we
shirt
get that in
says?
frame?
Okay, so it's going to be reversed. So why don't you show them what it says? But hold it there. I made this. This is it's a Ouija board shirt, but it's a vegan zombie shirt.
Such a cool concept.
You want to read it to him real quick?
Vegan for the animals, health and earth. The vegan zombie, goodbye cruelty. Yes,
That's right.
yes.
That's right. Goodbye cruelty.
Greetings from Germany.
Germany.
Wow.
I met the guys from the pretzel place were from Germany, the Bavarian pretzels.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah,
their
super
pretzels were like pretty much vegan, straight out of the oven, but
Yeah.
they'll put like other stuff on there. But we didn't have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
What else can it? I feel like there's more too. There's definitely probably more. Definitely probably. Last night we went to dinner at the Land of Kush, and before that, the night before that, we went to New Vegan.
How long was the expo? Was it Wednesday through Saturday today?
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 days.
I just got here. Yeah,
I only went today and yesterday.
I only did today because, like, I mean, yeah, but that would have been nuts. Was it all the same stuff, or did they switch per day?
No, everything was the same. Yeah, people go there, and you know, a lot of people weren't here, so it wasn't. It was still really busy, but it wasn't like it normally is, and that's because people were afraid that there was supposed to be this hurricane here, but it didn't hit Baltimore.
Yeah, thankfully.
So everything's fine here, but a lot of people didn't show up. I don't think a lot of people could like get in. Like some of their flights might have been canceled or something like that. Because you got to think about this. There's companies from all over the world that are coming here. So you really get to meet a lot of people, and this is where I always go to find more products. Not just like companies I already know of that have new vegan products, but like new companies that are, you know, every time I go here, I find something new that I didn't know before. Oh, there was something else. Let me...
What are you thinking?
Sit here and entertain them. I gotta go
Okay.
find something. That was,
Thankfully, you were mentioning the hurricane. It's like super sunny outside. It's a beautiful day. But unfortunately, there's another event happening in DC. It's the Veg Fest in DC, and that was canceled because of the state of emergency that Washington DC put on because of the hurricane. But it's like beautiful out, and it's a shame that that event didn't happen. I would have loved to have gone out to that. Oh, somebody's Pretty Sam's cholesterol went from 236 to 154.
oh,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's freaking awesome. Did you do it on a whole food plant-based diet, or what were you eating? Somebody says they love the Land of Kush.
That's where I went last night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I still got some. I got some leftovers in my hotel fridge right here.
Somebody wants to know if you had any health problems besides your blood work on paper when you were eating coconut oil.
If I had any what?
Like health issues, like any symptoms or anything like that, or did you just see the numbers and you got a little...
No, absolutely. I had no health issues at all. In fact, I felt great then, and I feel great now. I just happened to go to the doctor and get my blood work done, and other than that, all my blood work was good. And I just basically, I never took supplements all my life, and I just wanted to show people that, you know, being vegan's not going to kill you, and you know, being a long-time vegan, I was curious to see if my B12 was good, if my protein was good, all that. And everything was good except for, you know, my cholesterol wasn't overly high. It was still considered average. But being a vegan, I wanted it to be a lot lower, and people said that it could be lower. Yeah. So I changed a few things, and finally, nothing I was doing was working. I was doing more cardio. I was eating a lot healthier, but nothing really worked until I went on the Esselstyn Diet. And I followed it to a T for 3.5 weeks before I got blood tested again, but I actually followed it for about 2.5, 3 months before I ate anything again that wasn't on that diet. And right now, you know, I still eat like that most of the time, and I still eat healthy almost all the time. But sometimes I'll eat something that's, you know, processed or something, but I don't feel bad about it. like where I am right now. But this is the other product I want to show you. I've never heard of this. It's called Pop Zest, and it's kind of like a blend of nutritional yeast and herbs. There's one other one. There's a garlic and olive oil too, but there's artisan cheese and a butter one. This is for like popcorn or avocado toast or whatever you want to put it on. I mean, people put nutritional yeast on a lot of things, but obviously you're probably seeing this in reverse right now because
Here, you want me to?
I got it right there. Yeah, this is what it is. Pop Zest, vegan certified, artisan. This is a perfect example of what I was just talking about. I never would have known what this company was if they didn't see the vegan on my badge and jump in front of me and be like, hey, come check this out. We want to show you about you probably know nutritional yeast. And we're like, yeah. And they showed me this, so yeah.
I think you guys were at this place when I first got here. But
yeah, earlier
I didn't
today.
Get to check them out. That's pretty sweet.
Let's see.
I should have picked myself some of these. I think somebody, Diana's asking, how old are you guys? You both look like you're in fantastic health. Thank you, Diana. I'm 27, so I guess I'm a little youngster. How about you?
I'm like 13 plus 31.
13 years old.
I'm 42.
But you look so much younger, man. Like before I even met you, I thought you would have been much younger.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a compliment, definitely.
I definitely saw a lot of people like, okay, so a lot of the people that I know and some of the companies that I really like, I told them about the movie A44, and I really would like some of their products to be featured in the movie. So stuff like that, people seem to be really excited. A lot of people came up to me and were excited about the movie without me even saying anything about it. So that's a good feeling. We were successful with our Kickstarter, thanks to all of you. And now we're just finalizing getting our investors. Again, if anybody here is interested in investing in the movie, get a hold of myself or Brooklyn, and then the rest of that will hopefully come from the advertisers, the vegan companies. And I've talked to a few of them today and yesterday that are super excited to be involved in that. So super excited. This is exciting stuff.
Yeah, it looks like Brooklyn is in the house right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brooklyn. There's
What's
Brooklyn.
up, Brooklyn.
There's Brooklyn's email address.
I'm Tino. Nice to meet you.
How's it going? Hey, Gomez.
Somebody said the land of Kush sounds like a strain of marijuana.
It could be, it could be. But it's also some delicious, like, comfort food, some soul food. And let's see, what did I get last night? I got the vegan ribs with the mac and cheese and the drummies. Yes, I got drummies. If you guys are just joining us and you're wondering, I'm with Bananiac. This is Tino. He's also got a YouTube channel. He is a dietitian, his profession.
Yep. I got my master's in nutrition and just post stuff about why eating plants is good for you. And I try to go to events like this too. I step outside of my little like nutrition circle, and I just kind of showcase like different brands like this because not everybody's gonna eat a whole food plant-based diet, no oil, like low salt, what I promote. So I want to like show these different brands that are out there, and also for the people that are not vegan at all, like instead of having like a regular burrito, they could have an Alpha Foods burrito instead.
Right.
And it tastes just as good.
The convenience factor
vegan.
is there, yes. And by the way, Alpha Foods is that's the best frozen burrito I've had. And they also just came out with pot pies. Delicious, flaky crust pot pies. And we got to try their brand new one. Well, all of them are brand new, but they're even newer than that. The buffalo one that they're still trying to perfect, but it's tasted pretty perfect to me.
They said they're coming out with some stuff that they couldn't really talk about, which are going to be big. Like
Yeah, they wouldn't even tell us about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you just like come on?
I know, right? I wanted to know a little bit.
So we can one can only speculate.
I got nothing.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just going through these. Let's see.
So yeah, so you're a dietitian.
I guess technically a nutritionist. Like to
Nutritionist.
become a dietitian, you have to do your internship, and I just haven't gotten around to that. But I have a master's in nutrition. I love this stuff. Like I listen to podcasts all the time. I try to always learn. I try to always expand my mind. But yeah, I'm a big advocate of eating whole plant foods that are straight out of your garden.
The Popeyes that I saw were the exact same price as their burritos. Oh, I was starting to read a message and then I got retracted. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. You can retract your message. Well, Gomez, go get healthy. Go get taken care of. Yeah, there's a lot of sodium. That's why I wasn't eating them after doing the Esselstyn thing. But they're very tasty. But yeah, they have a lot of sodium.
Somebody is asking, what is a healthy whole food meal to make? Really, there's a ton of stuff that you can make. It all depends on what your palate and what type of foods you like. But it can be as simple as some steamed rice, opening some beans, maybe some good salsa, a little bit of guacamole.
Sweet potato with broccoli
Yeah.
and spinach. Some really good things. And you can even make like cheese sauce with like a sweet potato, peppers, onions, carrots, like all blended together. Cooked and blended together. David, the Oatly over here is probably one of the most expensive milks, but yet it's so good that they're always out of stock. It's my go-to milk. If you're struggling you've been vegan and you're struggling to get your blood pressure down, what? So I would say
lots of potassium, fruits and vegetables, drink lots of water.
And get rid of the sodium?
And get rid of the sodium, yeah.
Yeah, try that. Coming from a straight up nutritionist. Rice and beans are some of the best.
Yes, rice and beans.
Cauliflower, chickpeas.
Yes, you guys know what's up for sure.
What's the name of Tino's channel? It's Bananiac. Like banana, but Bananiac.
Bananiac. And I'll typically post about different nutrition topics. I haven't gotten to that lately. Most of my recent videos are going to be vlogs, and I have a podcast called This Is Bananas, which you've been on twice already. So if anything, just go and watch the videos and the podcast episodes I did with Chris. But yeah, check it out. Come say hi.
Hi. What was I was just going to say something. You're B12 deficient. A lot of fortified milks have B12. A lot of fortified cereals have B12. Nutritional yeast. What else? B12.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. They're asking about B12?
Yeah.
Best thing to do, me personally, I recommend supplementing. It's just like everybody, meat eaters too, because meat eaters can also get B12 deficiencies. Yeah. Just take, it's safe, it's a water-soluble vitamin. It's not gonna get stored as like a fat-soluble vitamin.
It doesn't come from plants and it doesn't come from animals. It comes from microbes in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually have linked some of the B12 supplements that I use. And then there's another one called Herbalife. But if you look at some of my, obviously not this video because we're live, but if you look at some of my other videos, I have linked the vegan B12 and the vegan B12 and vitamin D3.
I mean, you could get traces of it. Like from what you said, nutritional yeast and stuff, but all that is fortified, typically with B12 and other vitamins. So I would just go for the B12. Makes it more simple. And
David wants to know what your take is on processed oil in general versus coconut oil. Are they even comparable? Well, Esselstyn says all oil is bad oil. There's no good oil. It's very low in nutrients and minerals. It's just empty calories, and it's not good for your endothelial.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I mean, just from what I've seen personally, and I want to recommend the best nutrition as possible, I would say just stay away from oils. If it's not heart disease, look at how calorically dense they are. Oil is the most caloric dense food on the planet, 9 calories per gram, as opposed to like carbohydrates and proteins, which are 4 calories per gram. I would just stay away from the oils, eat more food without having to worry on putting more weight on. And you know, there's good ways to, I mean, you can bake without oil. You can kind of what's called steam fry without oil. Just put a little bit of water or vegetable broth in there.
I have a few recipes on my channel on the Esselstyn Diet and other that show you how I cook without oil. But some people think that health and veganism go together, even though they don't. But generally, when people go vegan, they're generally eating healthier and more consciously. Although you could totally just be eating like potato chips and soda and still be vegan. So most people kind of lump that in there. And like I said, generally people become healthier. They start to eat healthier when they do go vegan, but not everyone. So. Sharda loves oil free so much because of me. Thank you. Well, it's, you know, once I stopped cooking with oil, I've never, like, when I went on the Esselstyn Diet, that was the last time I ever cooked with oil. I haven't cooked with oil since. Now, when I say some of these things that I've tried at the expo have oil in it, and I did try some of those things. However, you know, when I'm making food at home, I don't use oil at all. And I rarely ever eat like this. And I rarely ever go out to eat. I do when I go out and travel, but when I'm home, it's like almost never. Mm-hmm. I'm always making food at home. Same. And that always consists of 0 oil.
Right. So. Yeah, I mean, same here. I make all my food. I take it to work, or, you know, when I'm at home or on the go, I always cook my own food and just make no oil meals. This stuff here, I'll have it if I'm at events. You know how often is another vegan YouTuber coming through my town? Like, I live on Western Maryland.
I mean, once
it's pretty dead. So it's like, you know, like I'm gonna make an exception. And I do if I'm on vacation as well, and whatever. It's like I like to have a good time, but I know my boundaries, and that's what everybody needs to know is like how far can you push yourself. You need to have your limits.
And some people might not even know. Like, you guys asked the question, and I didn't know that my levels were like a little bit elevated as far as cholesterol goes, because I felt great and I never went and got my blood tested ever. And then I just decided, hey, I'll do it for a video, and I did it. And you guys can check that video out. Most of my levels were good except for the cholesterol was a little bit high. So then I realized that I needed to lower them, and that's when I tried the Esselstyn Diet, and it worked. That's the only thing that worked. And for me, it turned out to be the oils. It was, you know, so zero oil. 0 oil, that means no nuts, no avocado, and that's what did it for me. That's what made my cholesterol go back. Since then, I've incorporated avocados and nuts. I do get the fats that I need, but I've stayed at the same weight. So I lost about almost 20 pounds, and I've stayed there since. Right. So
I think somebody was asking about if the fat in nuts, seeds, and peanut butter are good fats, and I would say
typically yes.
Yeah, typically yes. They're fine. Try not to overdo it with foods like that, because again, they are super high in calories and high in fat.
The thing that Dr. Esselstyn says about that is, he says that if he said that you could eat nuts in the diet, then everybody would be, because when you're on that diet, you are kind of craving certain things. Or it's not that you're craving, it's just you feel like, because most people don't eat that way. So when you are eating that way, sometimes for me it was the salt. That was the most difficult. But then I started using miso, and then I realized salt wasn't really my downfall. So I could use, a little, I would put like salsa with a little bit of sodium in it.
Yeah.
For something for a season or not. But he said if he said that nuts were okay, then everybody would be eating nuts all the time, morning, dinner, night, have them with them at snack, at work, whatever. So he didn't want to say that. But he said if you had nuts on, like, as a garnish on something, like you had a handful of nuts on your salad, that would be fine.
Right.
But if you put a handful of nuts on everything you ate all day long, he's saying that's not fine.
Especially for people that are on the Esselstyn diet for therapy. They're trying to reverse a really extreme case. I feel like regular people that are not suffering from any typical illness, it's fine.
Diabetes, obesity, all those heart disease. So I wasn't suffering from any of these things. So for me, I just wanted to find out if it was my cholesterol problem. That's why I did it. But now I've incorporated avocados and nuts back in the diet. So I am eating some fats and stuff like that. But and I just remembered a question. Somebody wanted to know what the ribs and stuff were made out of that at the land of Kush, and I believe they were the soy protein, wheat gluten. I don't think it was seitan, but I think it's the same stuff that you would buy at Meiwa in New York City, where those like drumstick wings and stuff like that. Soy is not deadly, so there's a lot of myths about soy, and Men's Health magazine just did a thing with Hodo soy, and they dispel 5 of the myths of soy. Soy is not dead. Soy is actually healthy, and there's a lot of benefits, and you can even check out Dr. Greger at nutritionfacts.org. He talks a lot about it. So, and myself, I've been eating soy for 29 years, and I'm doing.
Just make sure it's not like really processed soy. Tofu's great, edamame, soy milk.
And that's the misconception. There is no estrogen in soy. There's phytoestrogen, which chemically is not the same. And if you're talking about estrogen, real estrogen is in meat and dairy. That's what really has it. So it's kind of funny when meat eaters say you can't eat soy because it's got estrogen, but they're actually eating meat with a lot of hormones, including estrogen and stuff in it. But so there's no such thing as, there's no estrogen in soy, guys. It's phytoestrogen, which is chemically different.
One of the questions I always get is like, oh, what do you think of soy milk? Like, is that okay? I've heard like there's a lot of like estrogen in there and like hormones. You want to talk about hormones? Look at the hormones in the cow's milk.
Exactly.
So many.
Read what you just said there. Don't be fooled. Do your own research. Exactly. Do your own research right there. And from experience, I can tell you, from eating a lot of soy for 29 years, I don't have man boobs. There's no health problems that I have because of eating soy. And you could say that for like a lot of the Asian countries that have been eating soy for thousands of years, that have higher rates of life expectancy and lower rates of like cancers and stuff like that. So
thanks for subbing to my channel, Sheila. Appreciate that.
Yeah, everybody go check out Bananiac, because I think we're gonna do a little follow-up video live on his channel for his audience, and so him and I will be doing that. And Gomez has been eating soy for 54 years right there. But research can even if it's not, like, I don't know what you're saying there, blogs and stuff like that, but check out Dr. Greger. Again, he's a medical doctor, and he puts all of the research in front of you for you to look at, and he goes over the peer-reviewed research. So there's a lot there about soy and about some of the myths of soy, and how soy is actually beneficial to you.
This is Seaforce water. It's like the only water that's gonna punch you right in the face.
Chuck Norris.
Made by Chuck Norris. How epic is that?
Every expo I go to, and I have to talk to. So today we actually met Chuck Norris's nephew, and so Chuck Norris has a ranch in Texas where he's got this water spring, natural water, and there's Chuck Norris water. Also,
Crazy.
this is what I learned today too. And for some of you that are younger, you probably might not know this, but some of the older. So Chuck Norris's ranch is called Lone Wolf Ranch, and Lone Wolf McQuade is my all-time favorite Chuck Norris movie. So, but that's pretty old. So that's older than you. So you probably never saw that.
I've heard of Texas Walker Ranger. There you go. That's it. He's coming. He's coming. David's saying, I've heard that the fat in nuts is not to be looked at the same way as oil. Yeah, definitely. I mean, nuts, they're like a whole food. There's even like I interviewed Dr. Greger like years ago, and I remember talking to him about some studies that came out about nuts, and he said as long as you consume in their whole state, and maybe, I don't know, it's better for you guys to go and watch that video to listen to what he says, but he says like as long as you take them in the whole form, it's like they almost go right through you. But it's if you take them in like if you consume like cashews, they're fine, he says, but cashew butter typically will stay in your fat cells a little bit better. So to consume it.
Dr. Esselstyn says that also about like sugar and like vegetables and juicing and separating it. Like don't do that.
Right.
You eat your fruits and stuff with it because the fiber and the sugar breaks down differently than just plain eating sugar.
Right. Exactly. There's a reason why all these foods.
We have trolling. Trolling's going on here.
Some trolling.
Yeah. Think about the crops that needed taken away from the animals to produce all vegan food. You're just trying to get us going here. You know that you're wrong there. Do I even need to address that?
Leave, troll. Leave.
Oh man.
Gotta pay the troll toll.
It's just being sarcasm, I think. What is the healthy oatmeal? Oats are one of the healthiest breakfast.
Definitely. Let's see.
David, you couldn't be more right about that. Oh, the troll was talking about how all of the crops need to be taken away from the animals. No, the animals wouldn't have to exist in the first place to be food for people. So that would diminish greatly. And then the crops that we make could be not for animals, but for people, so that we don't have to grow animals to feed people. We just go straight to the crops.
Yeah, if you care about crops, eat the crops, because cows eat more crops than we do. And if you're eating the cow's eating more crops than you are. Eat the crops. Stop this drama.
Whole oats. Oats, I ate a lot of oats on the Esselstyn diet, and I still, like, I'll make this isn't sugar-free because I'll make a smoothie bowl with, I don't put any sugar in it, but bananas and stuff like that, natural sugars. And I would add oats, lots of oats and flaxseed and chia seed and you know, all the good stuff. Natalie says, Chris, do you know anything about the sugars, alcohols, bananas produce as they get very ripe? Do you know that, Tino?
I don't, and I should be an expert at this because my name's Bananiac, but I mean, I know you should definitely have bananas ripe, like when they're yellow and slightly spotty. That's probably the best time to have them.
And that's my favorite. That's my favorite too.
They taste the best and they digest the best then. But yeah, I mean, I don't think this should. I haven't seen personally anything that would worry me because of like the sugar, alcohols in a natural food like bananas. But it's a good question though.
Low oil, no oil. I don't eat oil when I on a natural everyday. I don't eat oil. But since I am at the expo right now, I'm trying some of the new products out there to see how they are. I like to try the different products at least once so I can recommend them to people. I always want to show different products to people because not everybody's going to eat the no oil, and I didn't eat no oil for, man, so many years. So
yeah, it's easier than people think. I mean, at first it's going to be tough, and you know, there's gonna probably be a time span where, you know, you're like you're adjusting, but try it out. If you guys are interested, try it out.
Tofu.
Those were really good.
Tofu by Hodo Soy. Likely you have tried this tofu if you had a sofrita at Chipotle. Any other questions while I have a dietitian, nutritionist, expert here with me, Bananiac? He likes to ask everybody. I'll let you ask him about the banana thing. Would you rather?
Yeah, this is okay. So I got a question for you guys. It's gonna make you think. So here it is. Would you rather eat an underripe green banana or an overripe black avocado? Go.
I know my answer
Post
right
it.
away.
Let me see what you
Post
guys
it
are gonna
below,
say.
guys. Post it below, and then give us a thumbs up. Everybody, do this a thumbs up right here. Get rid of them trolls.
I'm really interested to see what people are gonna say. I got a banana emoji.
Somebody said neither.
You can't pick neither. You gotta pick one.
You have to pick one.
You have to, because it's
What
rude.
what did Peter McKinnon pick?
I think he went for the banana, but I wouldn't have gone for the I actually did a video. You guys should go and check it out where I tested both of them, and I think I would go for the avocado.
You're gross, dude.
Well, it looks gross and it's black and everything, but if you tried that green banana, like you can't even swallow it. It tastes like cardboard or sand or something.
You know, it's like it's one of those like unripe bananas. I know it's not that good, but I would definitely go for the banana.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it sucks.
Ripe avocado is like goodbye avocado.
Oh man, the comments are blowing
Oh
up
my
now.
god.
Holy
Well,
crap. Banana, 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 banana. I would rather eat overripe. Banana, 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 neither. Banana.
thank you, Brooklyn. I was waiting for somebody to do that. Shut that troll down. Or up. Shut him up. Huh. So, what else can we talk about here?
A lot of bananas.
Any other questions before we jump over to Tino's stream?
We'll probably talk more about 844 on my channel, I think.
We can do that.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys have questions, just tweet me at Bananiac, Bananiac, or email me through my website.
And we met
Always
the
happy to
vegan mechanic
help out.
today.
Yeah.
We met the vegan mechanic,
Yeah,
and
he's local here.
I'm not really hungry right now, but we might go out to dinner later, or maybe we can just have everybody come over here. Am I getting another blood test soon? I don't have any appointments to go get anything soon, but maybe eventually. See, I was happy to see that my blood test was down. I really hate needles and getting a needle in the arm. And the last one, they really messed my arm up. Like, they did not care. They just stuck it in my arm, and I was black and blue for like 3 weeks. So I'd rather not. I did that, guys, for my blood test to show you guys for a video. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing another one of those. But maybe I should, just to see.
Yeah, I need to get one. I haven't done one in a while either.
Maybe you know the question. Maybe Project Alice says, I asked earlier but missed the question. Any advice on getting your red blood cell count up without supplements?
Huh.
Would that be more like iron and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure exactly about specifically red blood cell count. In terms of volume, I mean, if you stay more hydrated, you'll have more blood volume. I'm not quite sure. If you're asking about iron though, and like your hemoglobin, definitely, you know, eating foods that are higher in iron, like beans, peas, lentils, peanut butter, nut butters, green leafy vegetables, all that is like really good for your blood and your hemoglobin, your iron, getting your iron stores higher. So I would recommend that. But yeah, that's a really specific, I'm not sure. I would go on nutritionfacts.org. I always love plugging in that website. If you go on there and you just search in the search bar, you know, red blood cell count or blood or red blood, I'm sure something will come up. But anytime like I have an issue or something I'm interested in, I always just go on nutritionfacts.org. Such a good website.
Brooklyn says legumes, greens, prunes, raisins will
Yep.
raise red blood cells.
All that.
So you can try that. I mean, you don't really have anything to lose because all of those things are really good for you. So you can try that out and see if it makes a difference. Actually, I heard that you can cook in a cast iron skillet from our iron. What is seitan made from?
Actually,
It's
let me just say
wheat gluten.
something about the iron skillet. There's a good book that's called Power Foods for the Brain. You don't want to get your iron from like actual metal sources because that can actually stay in your body. I would go for the more organic sources like the plants. Basically, get it from your food, not so much from the skillet.
The
'cause that
plants
could
get
be-
it from the earth. You get it from the plants.
Yeah. Yep. That's the best way to go about it.
We actually have, well, on the Vegan Zombie channel, we actually
Yeah.
have some really good recipes for seitan way back in the day. So you guys can check that out. Make your own seitan. It's very easy to make.
Oh, Seitan's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're asking what it's made from. I think wheat, right? Typically wheat.
Wheat gluten, yeah.
Wheat gluten.
What does seitan taste like? Well, it can taste however you kind of flavor it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like a sweet, tangy seitan, and like you can make barbecue seitan. You can make a seitan that's kind of like a corned beef.
There's not a lot of carbs in seitan. It's mostly the protein, but just because we're talking about carbs now, don't be afraid of carbs, like whole food carbs like potatoes, rice, corn, wheat, fruits. Don't go on low carb diets because they are harmful. They'll increase your chance of dying. So don't do it. Don't be afraid of carbs. They don't cause diabetes.
No,
None of that.
And I ate a lot of carbs while I was on the Esselstyn diet, and my levels were never healthier, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's
And-
people. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's people like reversing type 2 diabetes on high carbohydrate diets.
Well, my doctor was like, he was so like impressed with the actual numbers in front of him, but yet he couldn't believe what I was telling him. And he was definitely open to looking up Dr. Esselstyn and looking at the science behind it. And I mean, he was ready to put me on medicine for the last time I went in there. And I just like, I'm not doing it. You know, I'm going to try one more thing. And I left the office and I went on the Esselstyn diet. And I literally, you know, I did not stray from that one bit. Like every single day, I was staying in the vegan YouTube house, and everybody was ordering food. Even the raw vegans are eating cooked food. Just a little, you know. And then we were going to Veggie Grill and all these delicious places in LA where I love to eat, and I didn't. I stayed on the Esselstyn diet. It was very hard to say no, stop, drop, and roll, and tell someone I trust. Stay away from me, bad food, which wasn't really bad, but it wasn't on the Esselstyn diet. And I stayed with it. And after about 3.5 weeks, I went and I got blood tested again. And my numbers came back, and my doctor was amazed. He couldn't believe it. So yeah, it worked. It
That's
worked.
epic.
It worked for me.
And you did it pretty quick too, like
did.
within a month or two.
Yeah, less than a month. My cholesterol went from where I didn't think I could get it down, like a total of like between 181 and 189. That's where it was kind of fluctuating, all the way to 142.
Right.
And that, I mean, that's crazy. So, and the doctor knew it too. He's like, well, you did it. And I'm like, yeah, I did it. I've been eating like this for, you know, a whole month. And he's like, he's trying to tell me it doesn't matter different ways you eat. And I'm like, yeah, it does. Check it out, you know. And he looked at it and he said, oh, okay, I'll check it out. I'll do some more research on this. Because, I mean, if he's looking at what happened with factual data of what I did and the actual numbers in front of him, then why wouldn't he, like, I mean, you have nothing to lose. It's not like he's pumping me with some prototype, you know, medicine or something that they hope works, but they're not sure. And I think it's just always better to do something with food. And,
Yeah, definitely.
And if he can help people out there at the doctor's office, other people that might be suffering from like heart disease or diabetes, obesity, whatever, high cholesterol, and he could say, hey, look, check this out and start eating like this, and that's,
Yeah,
better.
the best approach is typically always through the diet. If you can do it from natural whole plant foods, that's the way to go. No side effects, none of that BS. Won't cost you a fortune.
What is today anyway?
Saturday, something.
Saturday the 14th or 15th?
Man, like this year's flying by. Dude, this year, by the way, has been one of my favorite years, like, ever.
Every year is my favorite year.
That's a good answer.
Except for 1982 was a special year. Voice to text sucks. Sometimes it can be very embarrassing if you don't double check.
Voice to text? Is
Yeah.
that like Siri?
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
I went like this and it said look behind you right when I did it.
Oh, my comments are coming in delayed, I think. You're seeing stuff faster than I am.
That's awesome. Been vegan for 3 years. Liliana, congrats. All right, guys. I don't know.
It's epic.
Maybe we should. I'm looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should make up a batch of that. No, we're supposed to go out to dinner. I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty.
I don't know.
I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty.
I'm sure we'll get there.
I don't know. What else? Any other questions before we depart? Kombucha?
Oh, don't we have some?
I've never had kombucha because I don't do alcohol in any amounts, but
I'm pretty sure we picked
kombucha is
one
like
up.
it's like a
We
what?
can read the
It's
ingredients.
like a fermented drink.
Yeah, it's like supposed to have probiotics in there, but I went on Dr. Greger's channel and saw that there's been some cases of overtoxicity, so I just don't drink it. But I don't know. You guys can make your own decision, but I would research it a little bit. Are you a fan?
I've never had kombucha.
Oh, never had it at all. Yeah, I don't know. I've had it, and it's okay. It's got a little bit of a kick to it, or at least it can, but...
It's made with Scooby-Doo. With a Scooby.
Scooby-Doo?
It's been 3 weeks and I have horrible acne. You should go check out Brian Turner for that. Brian Turner had really, really bad acne. He's a vegan YouTuber. He's the one that put on the YouTube house, but go check out him. He's got a lot of videos about that. Brian Turner.
Yeah, he just posted an Instagram photo yesterday, I think. So if you go on his Instagram account, it should be like the first or second thing on there, and it's pretty crazy, the before and after photo. My God.
Danny only drinks water. See, I drink only water or a smoothie if I make my own smoothie, but
Yeah.
I don't drink soda. I don't drink coffee or anything. So water is, I'm with you there.
Yeah, same.
Chuck Norris water, that is.
Exclusive. Hopefully one day sponsored by Chuck Norris Water.
Wisconsin, no. I've only been in Wisconsin once, and that's when I was driving through to go to Standing Rock. I don't know, but you can probably Google that kind of information, like vegan festivals near me. Well, not me, but you. Something like that. Guys, why do you think there's so many ex-vegans popping up everywhere saying they felt so bad, yet claim to do everything right? That's just, I don't know. I don't think that that's, I think that they have like a little guilt that is fighting with their own conscience, and I don't believe that at all.
Yeah, there's nothing that I've seen that would knock the like the nutrition side of it. Definitely not the ethical side of it.
There's nothing
no
you can
way
get
around
from
that.
animals that would make you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if
Yeah.
you're eating like junk as a vegan, that's your fault. You can't knock the veganism for that. You gotta eat right, and you can definitely eat right as a vegan. You don't need animals. Animals are only like they're giving you the nutrients third party. Like they're eating the nutrients and then you're eating them. So it's like, why don't you get the nutrients from, cut out the middleman, which is the animal that doesn't want to be eaten in the first place, but you just eat the nutrients from plants and seeds and nuts and all that. There's so many different things out there, and that's what you need. And if there's something else, you need to go see a doctor. But it's the eating animals. It's not the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough data out there. I'm not just spewing this information. It's the truth.
Yeah, just make sure you eat enough if you're on a vegan diet, and if you're doing that and you're eating whole plant-based foods, you should be good.
If somebody paid me to say that, I'd be rich by now. So no, nobody's paying us to say that.
Except Chuck Norris. I wish. Nope, not sponsored by anybody.
I was a junk food vegan for the majority of the years. I was probably like 17 or 18 years. I was a junk food vegan. I didn't start eating really good until the last 6 or 7. Hey, Crystal, what's up? Somebody asked me about you today at the expo. They used to work with Pacifica, and they're like, oh my God. A lot of people asked about A44, which we're excited.
Super excited about that, man. Congrats.
And yeah,
I can't wait for that, man.
The DC Veg Fest was canceled due to the anticipation of the hurricane.
And it's still nice out. That sucks so much. I feel bad. I don't think they're gonna reschedule that either.
Well, they're gonna do some. They said something, but I don't think it's a straight up reschedule. No, they weren't at this Pacifica booth. They used to work with Pacifica. She was with a different booth. You know what? Normally I would say Expo West. Well, Expo West is always a better expo. It's a bigger, more stuff there. Usually more companies go all out at Expo West. But I kind of feel like we really got hooked up as far as food hall today at Expo East. So I can't complain. When are we starting filming? We're not sure. We're trying to start shooting in late October. The setting is fall, and you know how upstate winters are in Syracuse, New York. So if the winter wants to come by fast, and hopefully it doesn't, then we might have to push it to next year. But we're trying to make this happen in October, which is only a month away. I'll text you later. If anybody else still wants to be involved and outside of the Kickstarter that was already funded, text message Brooklyn at treedevilent.com for shares, investor options for A44. We had a good expo where I talked to many of my favorite companies about being involved. Well, Gomez, I would suggest this. So the times that I got blood tested, the guy that did my blood was really cool about it. He asked me a lot of questions. He even asked me about veganism and stuff, and he was super nice about it. And he took my blood it was fine. And I hate needles. And then the last time I went, he wasn't there. It was this different lady there, and she just took the needle and stuck it right in my arm without me even saying anything. So if you tell them beforehand that you're really sensitive and you really, really hate needles, and I always look the other way when they do it, but I didn't even have time. She just grabbed it and stuck it in my arm. Like, she didn't even, like, usually they line it up and then do it, right? No, she just took it and almost threw it right in my arm. So that really hurt, and I had a black and blue mark, and my arm was sore for like 3 weeks. So if you go there and you tell them that you're really sensitive and you're afraid of needles, all that kind of stuff, then in my experience, they'll be very gentle, and they'll be, they'll talk you through it. They'll tell you to look the other way, and it's fine. So, so try that. Fevers, I don't know what that. Your blood pressure is down a lot. Lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks already, but low grade fevers past 2 weeks. Decons. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a headache or a fever or anything in like 20, almost 29 years. So I used to get them a lot as a kid, but after I went vegetarian, I never got them again. I feel like it's from whatever was in the animal products. Scrolling through these comments here. Angry Vegan, that's not a rumor, wants to know, am I really making a zombie movie, or is that a rumor? No, that is true. We're making a zombie movie. It's called A44. It's the story of the vegan zombie. You can check out my last couple of videos where we did like 4 and 6 hour streams getting funded on Kickstarter. And it's going to be awesome. We are projected for Netflix and hopefully going to theaters worldwide. We have some different actors that are well known, and we're excited to do this. We have an awesome script. You won't know what, Samantha, you won't know what A44 means until you watch the movie. Well, you will know a little bit more about A44. I can't tell you because that'll give away a big part of the movie, but I can't say you're going to know exactly what it means, but you will know what it stands for as far as the movie goes. Does that make sense? You got to watch the movie. So that movie, we're all excited about the movie. Superfood smoothies are great. I usually have a smoothie or a smoothie bowl in the morning. Usually frozen bananas, some oats, and I've been using the Oatly, the white carton milk. It's like the best one I've found, and what else do I put in it? Usually 22-day nutrition protein, which has pea protein, flax seeds, and chia seeds, all really clean ingredients. The cookbooks, you mean the ebooks, right? The ebooks. When will you send out cookbooks? For the Kickstarter? Is that what you're talking about? So we can send out the Kickstarter ebooks before the movie. So we can fulfill that prize when we get a little bit of time way before the movie is projected to be released, because that already exists. So you will get this. So look forward to that. They are ebooks. We don't have any. There was no prize for an actual physical cookbook. If you donated for the cookbook, we'll send out a link for a free download of the cookbook. We haven't done that yet. We have a lot of work to sift through, and even like all of the supporters and everything too. We all look like that. I guess it's because I'm reading the questions and comments, so it doesn't look like we're.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I've been kind of quiet, just looking through these. Interested to hear what you guys have to say.
How do you feel about PB Fit powder? I've tried it. It's fine. You throw it into a smoothie. That's the only thing I've ever used it with. What cookbook? My cookbook, the Vegan Zombie Cookbook. I think.
Some police coming up.
Yeah, there's like, they're coming for us. So we have quite a few people on right now, and we've talked about a lot. We started with
we've been going over an hour?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Over an hour, and we got about 100 people on. There's more people on here than there was on the Kickstarter live ones.
That's crazy.
Because we started out with all these, like, you guys, if you're just joining us, you see all the product we got from Expo East. We already went through that, so if you didn't see it, just watch the beginning of this video again. What was the other question? A Vega powder. Vega has a lot of stuff in it. I liked it when they first came out, but I love 22-day nutrition because it's only like 3 or 4 ingredients depending on what flavor you get. It's really clean. I love it. I've been using it for a while now. Some protein powders make me feel bloated and stuff. 22-day nutrition does not. It tastes great. I throw it in my smoothie, bam, and I have a nice tasting smoothie. I like the vanilla and the strawberry the best. Normally, I'm a chocolate guy. I'm always a chocolate guy, but I found that if I make a vanilla smoothie, if I wanted to make chocolate, I'll do a vanilla protein powder, and then I'll put in a little bit of cacao powder, and that has like the flavors of the vanilla and the cacao, and it's so good. And I made one the other day with, it was like a chocolatey strawberry one, and that was really, really good.
Sounds pretty good. And their CEO, or the founder, I guess, Marco Borges, or
Marco Borges.
I can't ever pronounce his name, but he's pretty cool.
He's awesome.
He's also a nutritionist, I think, and he worked with Beyonce and Jay-Z and got them to eat more plant-based, which is awesome.
He did, and also Beyonce is a co-owner of that company, which I'm supposed to do their nutrition plan. Their So I'm planning. I'm so busy, but I'm planning on doing their nutrition plan, the exact one that Beyonce did or does. So I'm gonna try that out and do videos on it. So, Crystal wants to know how heavy those bags are. Heavy. I probably have
Oh God, yeah, they were super
a bruise
heavy.
on my arm. Yeah, because at the end they're super heavy, and luckily all I had to do this year was leave the expo and cross the street, and my hotel is right across the street.
Yeah, but we did that twice.
Yeah, twice.
I mentioned that. We came here to the hotel, dropped stuff off, ran back to get more stuff. It's insane the amount of stuff that we have here.
Is unsweetened baking cocoa okay instead of cacao? I mean, it's okay. It's a little different. Cacao is more of like a natural form than the cocoa. So I always try to go with like, is Expo coming to Cali? Yes, Expo West is in March, but again, it's not open to the public. Anybody can't go here. It's open to buyers and press, and we go as social media. So now they've upped it a little. For a social media, I think you need over 20,000 followers or something in order to get in. Yeah, we walked a mile last year too with all those bags. It sucked.
But I didn't think we would leave with so much stuff. Like, that's pretty crazy. I guess it's better for the companies to, having to ship it out to LA or, wherever the company's from. I guess it's more convenient for them just to give it away than to have to ship it back.
if you're just joining us and you want to know what they do at the expos, it's called Natural Products Expo, and this is East. It's in Baltimore every year. The West is in Anaheim every year, and it's just a bunch of these companies that come together, like literally thousands. It's huge in here, and they showcase their new products. So either I find some of the companies that I already know with their new products, or I find completely new things that I've never heard of before. Like I showed these today. I've never heard of these. Pop Zest, blended up nutritional yeast, stuff like that. But like all kinds of things. It's not just food. There's beauty products. There's what else?
Cleaning stuff.
Cleaning. There's so many different things there. Like I said, there's I got there's like clean canteen, eco-friendly toothbrushes, like everything. They had
just like for your whole lifestyle, really.
Yeah, everything.
Food, everything.
All kinds of products.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So we get to see some of the new products out there, and since I do product reviews and unboxings and show people like different vegan items, I always go to these expos and learn about and for this one, I talked to a lot of companies that I like, and told them about the movie that we're doing, A44, and if they wanted to be involved with product in the movie, stuff like that. Because we're only promoting vegan products in this movie, so.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually friends with the owners of Upton's Natural, and I have with me right here a couple boxes of Upton's Naturals, and also a bunch of packages of all of No Evil Foods here too. So, like this would be No Evil Foods right there, and where's Upton's? Upton's is right there. You can't really see. From what, and Tino is ripping into a bag of.
I'm getting into the hippies, man. These are so good.
Hippies.
These, hippies. I'm sure you've seen them at Starbucks or by the supermarket. There's like 3 in here, but we got a bunch of bags. So.
A bunch of them. They're good. It's not an all vegan expo, but we go for the vegan stuff. It's all the vegan companies come here, but there's other stuff too.
You'd be surprised of how many there are. And I think what's cool is more companies are now becoming vegan, or at least having vegan products as part of their brand.
Yeah, Crystal, I grabbed a bunch of deodorant from Schmidt's. So I have like the charcoal, the tea tree, the cedar wood, and there's another one too. And some of their toothpaste. What else? We have cases of field roast, but only one cooler. We have stuff from Good Catch that we gotta make. The noodles, tomatoes, capers, scallions, all kinds of goodies. Whole Foods, well, except for the noodles, but. Yeah, the charcoal toothpaste, get your teeth all nice and dark and.
Yeah, those are always fun to use. You look like that, what was that Ring movie?
The Ring.
Oh. Or no, is it The Ring?
The Ring.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? That girl with like long hair and
Samara
comes out of the TV and kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm kind of tired here. We got to go on yours today. You know what I already showed that. Showed that. Yeah.
Yeah, we got, like, I think we got everything.
This is No Evil Foods. I know it's backwards because we're on the computer like that, but the back of it, this is their new holiday logo. Holiday centerpiece. So, sorry that we're in reverse right now. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. No Evil Foods. And
they were a cool brand.
Also got a nice little hoodie from them too.
Oh, right there?
Yeah, the Hoodrow. Hoodrow Wilson. Other than that, oh, you like the shopping videos? Yeah, I got to do another one of those soon. I still have one that I have to edit. Whole Foods. Shopping, not on a budget. What's good? It's all good.
All good in the hood.
It's good. We're out here in Baltimore, Maryland right now. sitting in a hotel across the street from the expo, which means you probably know where we are. Come on down, let's hang out. Just kidding, we're probably not going to be here that long. And we're going out to eat some dinner probably somewhere in the Baltimore area. Where? I don't know.
That's a mystery.
Actually, I think I do know, but
Hopefully somewhere good.
I can't say that because I don't know if we're really going to go there or not. We gotta meet up with some. We gotta contact some other people too. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I think we said pretty much everything. Again, if you want to help produce the A44 for investor packages, email Brooklyn. Again, the Kickstarter's closed, so there's still investor points, and if you're a company that we featured and you know you didn't hear from me today and you want to be part of this, email us. So other than that, hope you liked the stream. We are going over to Bananiac stream right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna try a little recap on his channel. So there you have it. See you guys later.
See you guys.
Watch out for zombies.